The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The never Trump Republicans on Capitol Hill fear the most? No, it's not ISIS, and it's not a 5,000-point drop in the Dow, but a successful Trump presidency.
And that is true. They want to see Trump go down. Even when they had an opportunity to pass what they call the skinny Obamacare legislation, which I'll get into a little bit later, which would have benefited all of America. But they hate Trump more than they love America, and they killed that bill. She's absolutely right. Unbelievable. But it was interesting. Yesterday, I got an email. Nobody supported Trump like I do, or like I did, and I still do. I support him. I know him well, and I support him. And the guy, I love the guy. I really do. He's done a lot for me. He's always been a great guy. But he's making some mistakes. And I'm going to point his mistakes out. And I want to read you the email. It says, I love you, but your negativity is a downer. When Obama came to office, you were all for him. And then a short time, then a short time later, you bashed him. And deservedly slow. Well, the first time Obama won his election is when I was for him. Big mistake. But as the email pointed out, later on I went and I nailed them. Yeah, I'll bring some milk home. Thank you. See, that doesn't bother me because I'm a pro. See, I'm such a pro. Something like that doesn't throw me. So, and then it went on to say, you backed Trump and he got elected. He's only been in office 6 months. And for the past month, you've been bashing him, even though he is facing headwinds from the establishment, politicians, and media like no one ever has. He is trying. He's being blocked. And at every turn, but you want to blame him. No, I haven't blamed him. I'm only repeating what he has said. I've been saying what he's been saying. And and whoever is sending him out to say these things are making him look like a hypocrite. Give you an example. Here's my point.
This week, the Dow Jones Industrial Average reached an all-time high. Never, ever has it been so high. In May, the unemployment rate hit a 16-year low. And last quarter, real GDP growth increased to 2.6%. Prosperity is coming back to our shores because we're putting America workers and families first.
So he's talking about employment, all-time low. He's talking about GDP, really growing. And he's talking about the Dow, a historic high. But now, what I'm pointing out is only what he pointed out when he was a candidate. Now listen.
You know, it's a phony statistic when they say 5.4%.
Excuse me, I had racked up the wrong one.
I've been talking about a bubble for a while, so let's see. I hope I'm wrong, but I think we're in a big, fat, juicy bubble.
Okay, that's when I interviewed him. Hear what he said? This is a big, fat, juicy bubble. Did he say anything about this being a big, fat, juicy bubble?
This week, the Dow Jones Industrial Average reached an all-time high. Never, ever has it been so high.
But wait a minute. I'm just pointing out what he said when I interviewed him. Phil, this is this big, ugly bubble. But he doesn't refer to it anymore as an ugly bubble. I'm not bashing him. Somebody is telling him to go out and change his story. I'm not bashing him at all. And then he starts talking about the GDP and how high the GDP is at 2.6%. But wait a minute. You can't take one quarter. You got to analyze it. And then he says, yeah, let's play this next cut.
You know, it's a phony statistic when they say 5.4%.
Right.
It's a phony reporting system.
Okay, so he's talking about, in the other cut this week, how the unemployment rate that he's bringing in from 4.6 to 0.43, he brags about it, right? He didn't say it was phony. Here, let's play it through.
This week, the Dow Jones Industrial Average reached an all-time high. Never, ever has it been so high. In May, the unemployment rate hit a 16-year low. And last quarter, real GDP growth increased to 2.6%.
Okay, wait a minute. He didn't say anything about what he said as candidate. The unemployment, he says the reason why the unemployment, that number's fake, he said. Well, how come it's not fake now? If it was fake then, at 5.5% when I interviewed him, and that was Obama's number, why is it not fake now? So, no, I'm not bashing him. I'm only pointing out what he has said, because it makes him look hypocritical. I support him. That's why I'm pointing it out. And I'm saying, who is doing this? Who's sending him out saying these things? Also, Trump, GDP economic growth, his run rate. In his first 2 years will come in at 2.2% and 1.9%. You compare that to Obama's last 2 years in office was 2.4 and 2.9. Obama outperforming Trump. Those are real numbers from the World Bank. So if you take Obama's last 2 years of economic growth, and then you project what's going on right now, Trump's run rate for the next 2 years, he's doing worse. We pointed that out yesterday, that he's bringing 162,000 jobs. Obama's bringing in 182. So I'm just pointing out that when his cheerleader comes on and says how great he's doing and everything is wonderful, it's not true. And he says, his cheerleader says, it's deregulation that's making this economy so wonderful.
The main reason I think that the economy is accelerating is deregulation.
How could anybody say the main reason the economy is accelerating is because of deregulation? First of all, the economy is not accelerating. But even if it was, it's not deregulation. This is unbelievable. Yes, I said Trump did a great job. He cut regulations from Obama's $42 billion. He cut it down to 378,000. So the annual cost cutting by Trump was wonderful. $42 billion to $378 million. That's great. And he cut the 6.8 million hours a year in paperwork associated with the regulations to 848,000. He reduced that workforce, by 3,000. I mean, think about it. To cut from 6.8 million hours a year in paperwork to 848,000, that's great. But that has nothing to do with making the economy grow. So this guy comes out, his cheerleader comes out and lies. He lies to everybody. That hasn't got anything to do with this growth, because where is the growth? There's no growth. And if you look at the growth, even the World Bank, it's worse now under Trump because of all the problems. You see, one thing is going on. He's not going to be able to get his programs through. And for example, if you take the profits they're talking about, all you hear now is about the great profits, 9.1% earnings growth, wonderful, wonderful earnings growth. But wait a minute, that's because of the capital investments into the oil field in the last 2 quarters of Obama. Trump's not going to benefit that after this quarter. We'll talk about that in stocks a little bit later on. We'll be right back. It's 15 past the hour.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market. The Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the MaxVest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, unlimited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And it's about time that somebody stuck up for the people of this country and for the people of other countries. So, if anything, maybe that statement wasn't tough enough. They've been negotiating now for 25 years. Look at Clinton. He folded on the negotiations. He was weak and ineffective. You look what happened with Bush. You look what happened with Obama. Obama, he didn't even want to talk about it. But I talk. It's about time. Somebody has to do it.
See, these are the things that people love about Trump, and I do too. But here's what we got to go back to. What's important is what's in your wallet, because everybody votes their wallet. What's important is what do you have for money when you go to retire. There's a retirement crisis. We talk about that all the time. And my point is this, that Trump, because of the Republicans stabbing him in the back and blocking him, his GDP economic growth is going to be worse than Obama's. And this is not me. This is World Bank, and they're very, very seldom wrong. See, here's what's going on. If Trump got his plans through, he would have been okay in a timely manner. Because you got to go back and think what's going on here. The reason why the numbers, take the earnings growth at 9.1%. Everybody's bragging about how unbelievable. We never had 9.1% earnings growth with corporations, okay? But remember where that's coming from. One sector. That's coming from the energy sector. And remember where that's coming from. The energy companies are taking their profits and they're investing it back into their companies. Unlike all the other corporations, they're taking their profits and investing it back into stock buybacks. So the stock goes up and the CEOs put the money in their pocket, and the big guys, the big boys, the 1%, who own all these stocks, these companies are getting rich because 80% of their income comes from the stock. So you got the CEOs getting rich, you got the shareholders getting rich, but not Main Street, not the workers. There's no benefit for them. So what's happened is that because of the energy patch taking their profits and put it into capital investment and new equipment, drilling, that's why you're getting those earnings. But that is done. That capital investment was on Obama's watch. That's when the capital investment was put in. Trump, now that he's in his first and second quarter, he's getting the benefit of that. But that capital investment stops. And until he get the other companies and the other sectors like retail and all the other sectors to take their 1.7 trillion profits and plow it back into capital investment like the oil sector, energy sector did, he's not going to be able to grow this economy. Now, what he was planning on was that when the energy growth stopped, because the capital investment has now stopped, it's coming to an end, which makes sense, and now he's benefiting from the profits, but now he had to replace that capital investment in the oil sector with what he was going to do, with the infrastructure, with the big tax cuts. But he's getting screwed. He's getting screwed. So again, and if you look at Trump's GDP economic growth rate right now, in his first 2 years, it'll come in at 2.2% and 1.9%, compared to Obama's 2.4 and 2.9. The reason why Obama is doing better, okay, is because Trump can't get his plan, his economic plan in place, because he's getting screwed, like he did with the health care. Now, I want to talk a little bit. We got this Korean thing going on. Where can we make money? Well, you got to be a little careful. Now, gold and metals, they've taken off. Now, we've been in these sectors, so we're making money. But also you can make money on the defense sector, like Boeing and Raytheon and Lockheed Martin and L3 Technologies. But you got to be very careful. One day doesn't make a rally. There's all this noise going on. You start jumping in these stocks, you could get hurt. You could get hurt because this thing could all settle down tomorrow, so you got to be very careful. So here, take an example. Take Raytheon. Raytheon on our chart, that's why it's so beautiful that if you have a chart that tells you when to get out, Raytheon, it turned green. It said to start putting money in on July 10th. And then it told us to take our money. It told us to take our money out on August 8th. Now that's Raytheon. Now that's about an 8% gain. We had an 8% gain, but it told us to start getting out. Even though the stock's still going up, it tells you it's going up, but on a weak volume, so you should take your profits. There's a nice 8% profit. There's Raytheon. Now, so if you were a gang member and you had this chart and you were watching this stock, you could have got a good portion of that 8%. Another one, Lockheed Martin, another defense. It told us it turned green on July 5th. It's still green today. Lockheed Martin. So we're up 10%. So in other words, I'm not saying every gang member got in on July 5th. I'm not saying that. Some got in on July 18th. Some got in on July 25th. But they got in where they could clearly see on the chart it was time to get in because it turned from red to green. So they're going to get a portion. So even if they only get 5% of Lockheed Martin, if they get 5% of the 10%, what's wrong with that? Because it's nice and safe. And right now there's no red. There's no red. So you can make money on these stocks, okay, like Boeing and Raytheon and all these defense sectors, but you got to be very, very careful. And what does that mean, being careful? Knowing when to get out, because this thing could all just fade and go away. It could all just go away. Everything could just calm down. They make a deal. So that's why when you enter a stock, you got to have a plan to get out of the stock, but more important, have a chart that tells you when the institutions are getting out, because the institutions get the information before anybody else. They have all the inside track. So I'm not saying that we got all of Lockheed Martin or we got all of Raytheon. I'm not saying that. But you can get a good portion of it. But the more important is you get out before it goes against you. Join my gang right now, 877-600-GANG.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Did you know the stock market is up over 250% in the past 8 years? And some financial experts say we're only in the 8th year of a 20-year bull market. But what if the market takes a downturn? What will happen to your 401k? What will happen to your retirement nest egg? You remember 2008-2009 when your 401k dropped big time. Americans lost over $2.4 trillion, or over 25% of their investments. At philsgang.com, we teach you to keep your investments and to secure your financial future. With philsgang.com, you'll learn how to understand to invest in the stock market and how to keep the profits you work so hard for. Avoid the financial pain. Don't be exposed to losing your retirement nest egg. Take control and secure your investments with philsgang.com. Don't hesitate. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, 877-600-4264. They offer a free weekend seminar class. They put big dazzling names with their programs. But are they really just offering a sales pitch? At philsgang.com, we are the leader in teaching, informing, and helping members understand stock charting, investing in the stock market, and making true profits. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provides daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you could imagine. Plus, the philsgang.com friendly customer support team is available when you need us most. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market? Don't hesitate. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, 877-600-4264.
We will never fully understand what we've asked of you, or your families. Asking you to put yourself in harm's way, to endure it all. But we do understand that it's our turn, our duty, to keep you secure for the rest of your life. Wounded Warrior Project long-term support programs help our most severely ill or injured veterans live independently, at no cost, for life, so that they might stand at ease. Join us at findwwp.org.
Phil's Gang and Choice Trade are separate and unrelated companies. Choice Trade does not provide any investment advice or recommend or endorse any particular security or investment strategy. At philsgang.com, we're always striving to understand our members' needs. And for over 18 years, philsgang.com has met the goals to educate and inform investors how to make the most of your money and your choices. That's why Phil Grandy and philsgang.com has teamed up with Choice Trade, a leading online broker for stocks and options. Choice Trade has received 4 stars 6 times from Barron's in their annual survey of online brokers. Phil Grandy at philsgang.com recommends Choice Trade as your online broker. For more information on Phil's Gang and opening an account with Choice Trade, go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, yes, there's money can be made with this Korean play, but you got to be very careful. One day does not make a market. Okay, let's see what happens in the next few days. And if you get into these stocks, you got to go slow in the beginning, because if you start putting big money in these stocks, think, oh, there's going to be a war and it's going to keep going up, you get hurt. Now, the key is, obviously, if you had a chart that tells you when the big institutions are taking their money out, that's really helpful, right? Because they're the ones that make the market go up and market go down. And if you don't have a chart, you know, you're just flying blind. Or you're trying to get information. You're going to call your brokers. What do you think? What do you think? They don't know. They just want to keep you in, because remember, they don't get paid on performance. They get paid on how much money's in your fund. So right now, yes, UNG, that's a beautiful exchange traded fund. The Gang, we picked up 7% on the way up, and we shorted 7% on the way down. Now she's ready to go again, because now these oils are going to start going up, and there's an opportunity there. There's a lot of opportunities, okay, if this thing gets worse. A lot of opportunities. But you just got to, again, you got to be careful. And the key is the carefulness comes from having a chart that tells you when to get out, okay? And that's the chart that I designed. Try it. Just try it. 877-600-GANG. Just try it for a month. It works. It really does. You know, some of the stocks right now, if you take a look at all the big FANG stocks, how about the people getting hurt in those stocks now? Remember, those were all the big. Imagine these stocks. How many people were in Amazon? They're getting killed right now. They're getting hammered. How about Google? Okay, they're getting hammered. So, and a lot of people are getting caught in these. And the worst thing, as they're pulling back, they're jumping in saying, "I'm going to buy it on the pullback. I'm going to buy it on the pullback." Well, how do you know to buy it on the pullback unless the institution guys are buying it? If you just it's so stupid. People see Microsoft pull back and they'll just jump in. They think, oh, it's a good deal to pull back. No, it could keep going down. But if you have a chart that shows you the institutions have finished selling and are starting to buy again, and that's the chart that I designed. It works. Now, as far as the economy, they're going to look. I've told you, the dollar tells you if the economy is doing good or not. The economy is separate from the stock market. And as the dollar keeps going lower, it's telling you the economy is getting worse. So what they do is to mask that the economy is getting worse. They don't talk about the dollar. They never come out and say, look, the dollar's going down, the economy is getting worse. Instead, they mask it by pushing the stock market up through quantitative easing, through dropping interest rates. And they talked about it today. Listen to this.
So in other words, you're saying maybe it's only 100 basis points on the Fed funds rate, but don't worry about it. Once we get to zero, we'll just do quantitative easing again.
Well, I think that's the reality of the era we're living in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, what he's saying is, hey, let's not worry. Let's not worry. The market starts coming back down, we'll just drop interest rates. In other words, Aunt Bee made a big mistake. She should have been raising interest rates starting in 2012. Just like what Greenspan did. Greenspan raised interest rates 17 times in two years. She raised rates 3 times in 2 years. So the problem is, as we head towards a recession, as the dollar starts going further and further and further down, that's when you start hitting a recession, because as the dollar gets weaker and weaker and weaker, you have less value of that dollar. You can't purchase as much. You can't purchase as much goods. You need extra dollars. But you're not getting any income increases. Your wages aren't going up. That's what puts you into a recession. So they're saying, well, what we'll do is just get quantitative easing. We'll print all this money. We'll buy all these 10-year treasuries. And that drops the interest rates way down. So car loans go down. Credit card loans go down. That's what we're going to do. See, that's what they're talking about again. They know it's not going to help the economy, but it's going to help the very wealthy, because when you have interest that low again, and what they're going to do is take the 3 rate increases and they're going to claw them back. Then they're going to start doing quantitative easing, so we're back to zero. And here we go again. They're going to lie to us and say they're doing that to create jobs and create a better economy, which is all a lie. They're doing it so that the very wealthy, so first of all, they can give money to companies, to CEOs, at zero interest rates, so they can go and buy their own stock again, to push the stock up, to mask how bad the economy is. But the worker doesn't get paid. He doesn't get any wage hikes. He gets nothing. So the CEO is making 356 times more than the worker, because the CEO of the company, his pay is tied to the stock, where the worker is tied to wages. And then the owners, the big stock owners, the big shareholders, they're making a fortune. But Main Street makes nothing. So as long as the CEOs can continue to be tied, their compensation tied to stock, they're going to keep doing this stock buybacks. And that's what he said today. That's why there's 0% interest. So you got to get into this market. You need to get into this market. Just know when to get out. So they're not going to let this market drop. And the more the dollar goes down, the more games they're going to play to push this market higher. You think anybody's going to be honest, come out and say, boy, the economy really sucks. We're going to stop with this quantitative easing. Congress going to get together again. It was illegal. We're going to make it illegal again, because it's hurting our economy. It's hurting our wages. It's hurting Main Street. It's hurting our small businesses. It's only helping a handful of people. We decided we're going to get rid of this. They're not going to do that. So the other big problem Trump has, and why he's not going to grow the economy better than Obama, as I just said earlier, he can't get his programs through because they hate him. They hate him. the establishment, both Democrat and Republicans. But you remember, we got debt. We have so much debt. What short memories we have. What caused the 2008 stock market crash was too much debt. We have more debt today than we had in 2008. We have more credit card debt today than we have in 2008. What are you, nuts? Our national debt run rate is increasing at a record $27 million a second. A second. Not including the total funded liabilities of $220 trillion. Not including the highest consumer debt ever at $60 trillion. Or the highest household debt at $14 trillion, including mortgages and car loans and credit cards. Who, by the way, credit cards are paying 14% interest on. To put it in perspective, we are now, every man, woman, and child in a household, their portion of the debt that we have is $175,000 each. Are you nuts? You know what Trump's got to do to push this market, to grow this economy, to overcome that debt? He won't be able to do it. He won't be able to do it. So, and the 401k person is screwed because his wages aren't going up. And this is like this guy said the other day. He said, boy, regulations are really making this economy grow. Are you kidding? The workers aren't contributing to their 401k anymore because they don't have the extra cash to do it because their wages are going up a record low of 69 cents a year. 69 cents over a year, over 12 months. They're getting a 69-cent bump when movie tickets are going up $2.80. Are you kidding? So the idea is they're going to continue to mask the economy. They're going to keep pushing and looking and say, look at the stock market. The economy's doing great. Look at the stock market. The stock market tells you how the economy's doing. They're going to continue to lie to you. Another problem for the president is, as I said, is the corporate earnings that we're seeing this quarter, which they're phony. They're really phony, 9.1%. They're really about 3.5%. But let's use the 9.1%. Like I said, that's all from the investment into the oil patch. And they're not going to let, and remember, they're not going, McCain and the rest of the boys, they're not going to let him get his program through at all. We'll talk about that when we get back, and some more stocks you should be in.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. No sales pitches, no boring seminars, no spaghetti dinners. At philsgang.com, we teach you technical analysis, how to read stock charts, and ultimately how to make money in the stock market. For only $39.95 a month, or as little as $1.30 a day, you too can master investing in the stock market. philsgang.com provides daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, plus friendly customer support. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Welcome back. This segment is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 stock charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, stocks. Look, with what they're talking about, with all the stuff going on in North Korea, you got people now switching to gold. And we're doing very well with our gold. And you got people switching to these defensive stocks. Okay, like Lockheed Martin and Boeing. These are all good things. But the important thing is to know when to get out, because these things could stop anytime. A deal could be cut. But that's the same with any stock. You got to know when to get out. And the biggest problem with stocks, you always got to call somebody and ask, what do you think we should do? What do you think we should do? That's the worst thing in the world. What confidence you get when you have a chart that all of a sudden is green. Here, give you an example. Intel. Whether it's an exchange-traded fund or an individual stock, for people who do not have a second to spare to learn about investing in stocks, this is so ideal for you so that you can start building your retirement. You're not going to retire with your 401k. The fees are too high. I mean, think about the fees. 14 cents with an exchange-traded fund for every $100 you invest, compared to $3.10 with every 100 you invest in a 401k. But that's not the worst. I mean, it's not the worst of it. A 401k, you got all the other expenses. They don't invest all your money. They take that money, some of the money, and put it in reserves, not even in the fund. They also screw you with burning and churning you every day. About $22 million they charge you in commissions you never see. I mean, it's unbelievable. And all the hidden fees. So if you think you're going to retire and you think you're going to have $500,000 in retirement after 30 years working hard, think again. You'd be lucky to have $185,000, $200,000 when you're done with all the fees. It's been designed not to help you. It's been designed to build Wall Street. Wall Street was just a little cottage industry until they started the 401ks. You think those big buildings at Wall Street because they're going to let you win? When you go to the casino in Vegas, you think those casinos are so big because they designed them thinking they're going to let you win? What are you, nuts? But this is an incredible place to accumulate wealth. But you got to keep it simple. I'm going to buy when the big boys are buying. I'm going to sell when they're selling. So just try it. I mean, Intel. Here, Intel alone. This is one of the stocks we're in all the time. Intel, we had a 9% gain, and it's still going up. So when it turned green on July 10th, you needed to know nothing. Nothing. It started to drop. It started to turn red on June 14th. So it dropped about 8% from June 14th down to around June 29th. June 29th. It started out, I think it was around, about June 14th, and then it started to around June 29th, and then all of a sudden it started to turn green on July 10th. Now that means you got a 9% gain. Now not every gang member gets in exactly when it turns green, but it's like you're getting a little chunk out of each stock. It doesn't matter if you get these stocks that are going up, let's say 10% on average. If you get 5, you get half of it. But knowing you're going to get out and you're going to be safe, you're not going to have to worry. You're not going to. It's nice. Oh my God! Tomorrow morning, I wonder if the market's going to crash. Those days are behind you because you're following the right people. And stop listening to this nonsense on TV. Oh, the economy's doing great because of deregulation. Are you kidding me? That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Trump, he's trying to do the right thing. The only thing I get confused with Trump is, doesn't he know what he's saying? Doesn't he know he first said this?
You know, it's a phony statistic when they say 5.4%.
Right.
It's a phony reporting system. The 5% figure is one of the biggest hoaxes. And our real unemployment is anywhere from 18 to 20%.
Now, does he know he said that? And now he's saying this after he's president.
This week, the Dow Jones Industrial Average reached an all-time high. Never, ever has it been so high. In May, the unemployment rate hit a 16-year low. And last quarter, real GDP growth increased to 2.6%.
He was, before president, he was bashing those numbers, saying they're all fake. So, am I bashing him by bringing that out? No, I don't think I'm bashing him. I'm pointing out, I'm confused. I'm pointing out, I hope somebody in his administration, I wrote a letter to the secretary, I know very well. I laid it all out and said, this is crazy. Who's giving him this information should be fired. He looks like a hypocrite. Was that bashing him? I don't think so. I mean, I can sit back here and do what everybody else does, like Varney and the rest of them. Oh, the economy's great, things are terrific. Oh, he's doing a great job. Look, he is doing a great job in a lot of things. But right now, forget the job he's doing. He's got stuff he can't control. See, here's the problem. These guys, if you take the establishment and you take the Republicans who control all three branches of government, think about what they did to him. They go out and they knew that all they had to do is delay the Obama healthcare repeal. Then they knew he would never get enough time this year to get through his tax cut. He'll not get through the tax cut, or will he get through the other thing he's doing, the infrastructure, and he'll never get through a new health care plan. They said, if we can just delay him. And that's what they did, because next year they knew the elections are coming. And they're not going to do it going into election year. So now they know that they got him, that he can't grow the economy. They know. So again, I mean, they set this guy up. They set things terrible. I mean, it's too bad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. They set him up. Look, when you have people like McCain, a Republican, and he's part of the establishment, think about this. They said, why don't we just take Trump? All he said is, let's take and make it a skinny portion. Let's change just a little. He would eliminate the individual mandate, which required all Americans to have health insurance or face penalty. That was going to go. He would have removed the so-called Cadillac tax, the excise tax on expensive insurance. That was going to go. He would have removed the employer mandate that caused part-time jobs to increase 18 times faster than full-time jobs. That would have gone. But McCain voted against it. So what McCain's saying is, I don't care about the people in this country. I hate Trump more than I love my country. And he's saying, and all the other senators are saying the same thing. See, all they knew is by stopping him, next year it's going to be too late now. We're already going into 7 months. He can't possibly get his agenda through. And that's why the World Bank is saying, if you take and measure Obama's last 2 years, and which the last 2 years Obama had a 2.4 and 2.9% GDP. They figured out Trump's GDP is going to be worse. It's going to be worse. It's going to be 2.2 and 1.9 because he can't get that. And don't you think the elitists, the establishment Republicans, don't you think they figured it out? Don't you think they figured by stopping him that his GDP economic growth will now be worse than Obama's? So when the election comes, can you imagine the Democrats going out with that ammunition? And who gave the Democrats that ammunition? The Republicans. They gave him that ammunition. So am I bashing him? No. But you also got to remember the huge debt we got. It's the debt that stops economic growth. It's not deregulations that grow. Oh, I love this. Deregulations are growing this economy. It's debt that stops the growth of the economy. That's what's stopping us in our tracks. The debt. For God's sakes. Our national debt run rate, 27 million a second. That's what's killing us. Credit card debt is killing us. You know that credit card, just the credit, banks extended credit card, they rose the amount of credit almost $1 billion. I'm sorry, an increase of $1 billion in 1 year. People are dying with credit cards, and now they expand the amount of credit they can have. Are you nuts? Look, all I know is we got Intel doing beautifully. We got the gold stocks doing beautifully. We got the nice defense stocks doing beautifully. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Join and follow me. And you can follow me in the stocks that I'm engaged in. I know you don't have time. And all you do is the end of each night, I do my video and do exactly what I'm doing. And also during the day, we do another video. Just, you don't have to think about it. Just do exactly what we're doing. And that's it. That's where you're going to make your money. When do I get out? That's the important thing to think of. All right. Join my gang. They're waiting for your call. 877-600-GANG. It's $39.95. That's it.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.